This is the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I am Jonathan.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we got a few new lines that we're going to be discussing in Funko Focus. One Marvel, one technically DC.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah. We got one movie to discuss in 4K Spotlight. And Through the Wall, we have a discussion. Because there's not, like, you'll see once we get to it, because it's just like we don't know anything or how real what I'm about to talk or what I'm going to talk about is. And then with Rose, we're going to talk about the Addams Family 2 trailer.
Yeah, buddy.
And then for this week's headliner, we were supposed to do the Forever Purge, but
got purged.
Yeah, that got purged. But due to some inclement, is that the right word? Not increment.
Dude, you did better in English than me. So,
due to some shitty weather,
there we go. That works better.
Some movie theaters were closed in my area, and I was not able to go and see it.
Dude, I still can't believe that happened. Like, that never happens in Utah if there's a huge snowstorm.
I know, right? Freaking
people are just like, oh, come on in, come see a movie. By the time you get out, you're not going to be able to drive your car out of here, but come see a movie.
Yeah, straight up. But it's like hurricane and issues, like a lot of issues I've never had to deal with before. And so I'm like, okay, what do I do now? But yeah, so they closed some movie theaters near me, and I'm just like, shit. So we're gonna have to break that one down sometime in the future. We actually moved it to August, so you guys get to hear our breakdown then. But this week we're going to be breaking down Nobody, which, if you guys have not seen this movie, freaking go check it out.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that is what we will be doing this episode. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, I'm Crash, host of the podcast Crash and Taz's Movie Cellar. On our show, me and my co-host pick a new movie each week and rate each movie on a few categories that we think are important to making a great movie. After we rate the movie, it gets a final rating, and that lands it somewhere on our cellar scale, where it will get labeled as either a well, premium, or a top shelf film. Catch us on platforms like Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, and more. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Instagram as Crash and Taz's Movie Cellar. It's Crash, the letter N, Taz Movie Cellar, with underscores in between each word. And on Facebook, Crash and Taz Movie Cellar, where you as a listener can suggest movies for us to rate, and also give us some constructive criticism to make the show more entertaining. Overall, don't forget to follow or subscribe, and rate and review us, and get ready for an entertaining show with us. See you guys then.
Alrighty, first up in Funko Focus, we have a couple new lines that we're going to discuss. The first one is coming from the What If line. And these are super freaking cool.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I didn't have one like particular figure that I wanted to discuss. Like, I try to limit it to one. Like, I try.
I don't know, the one that strikes out to me the most is based on the fact that I'm amazed it took them this long to do this character in this form of pop, if that makes sense.
With the What If?
Yeah.
Which figure are you talking about?
I'm talking about Thor.
Thor?
Yeah, with him spinning, like you actually get the spinning hammer effect.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Right, yeah. I'm just amazed it took us this long to actually get that effect on a Thor Funko Pop.
Yeah. All right. So we got a few. Like, I'll go through them really quick. We have Captain Carter, a common where she's just normal standing pose. Gamora, with Thanos armor, or well, is this really Thanos armor?
I do not know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I think the way they describe this is Gamora, daughter of Thanos.
But she embraces it.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
betting that's what the case is. This one's just super basic pose with propped up by her sword. Then we have T'Challa as Star-Lord, which looks freaking awesome. This one, I'm assuming he's gliding or using his boots to hover because he's on a stand.
I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like the boots are giving off like a blast, blast fire.
Yeah.
That's not the word, but I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, so we have that where he is masked as Star-Lord. We have, I'm assuming this is a dark Doctor Strange. It's just like really dark colors, not like the typical colors that we're used to seeing with Doctor Strange.
I love the cape so much, though.
Oh, it looks so good. Like I love like it's like a royal purple with like a gold border.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks so good. Then we have a supersized 10-inch. I don't know what you're going to call this. Iron Steve Rogers.
Please tell me that is not what they're calling it.
No, I have
Iron
no
Rogers?
idea. Iron Rogers? Yeah, that's what I'll call it. It's basically
Okay.
a big-ass freaking Iron Man suit that Steve Rogers pilots. And it looks freaking... It looks pretty cool. It looks like just like a giant mech. And then with the exclusive, we have a Target exclusive King Killmonger, where it's Eric Killmonger in a black and gold Black Panther suit holding the head of, I'm assuming that's Ultron?
It looks like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Ultron.
Yeah, a box lunch exclusive Star-Lord T'Challa, which I don't know what the difference is. Maybe this one's metallic?
I don't know, because, yeah, I see no... The only difference I see, I think you're right on the metallic, because the helmet does look a lot darker. At least the gold.
Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming it is, that the mask is just metallic. We have a Walmart exclusive Party Thor, where he has like a bit of more of a golden armor, sleeveless, clean shaved, and he's holding a goblet in one hand and spinning it Mjolnir in the other.
I love it.
Yeah, and you get to see that effect, which Rose pointed out. It looks super dope.
Yeah, they did a really good job on it, actually.
They did a really solid job. We have an FYE exclusive T'Challa Star-Lord where he is unmasked in a standing pose. A GameStop exclusive Captain Carter where she's more in a battle stance. And then a Amazon exclusive gold dark Doctor Strange where all the gold on his cape and his bracers and kind of a little bit on his belt, they all glow like a really dark orange.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It looks so cool. If I do get if I was to choose between the two, I would definitely get that one, the glow in the dark.
And you don't have to worry about it coming in good condition.
That is very true.
I mean, Amazon has gotten better at that, but they are still sometimes notorious for beat to shit boxes.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't have one that stuck out in particular for me. I just thought they were all super cool. We also got the trailer for What If today, which I didn't have a whole lot to say, which is why I'm not I wouldn't have discussed it in Through the Wall.
It's hard to like touch upon like one single thing in it because it's literally just a bunch of things thrown together. It's really not giving you a story, which is understandable because it's like a whole bunch of different stories, and it's really hard to put that all together in a 2-minute preview.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I have to say about the trailer that ties into these is it seems like all of the stories tie together.
Which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, like they showed a really cool transition of the Avengers in New York when they were doing that spin around, and then like this transition, and it was like the Guardians of the Galaxy. But if you pause it, you can see Black Panther in the background, which if you pay attention at all, Eric Killmonger is Black Panther.
That is true.
And then there's like other situations where you've seen like Captain Carter in the background, and I was just like, what the hell? Like all these tie together? And
in that in the one shot how you were talking with like how it goes from the Avengers 6 to the Guardians.
yeah.
Isn't Gamora holding Thanos' sword?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that freaking threw me through a loop. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it also be a lot bigger though?
Who knows? Who knows? Like I feel like something Marvel kind of messes up a little bit is the scale of something.
They're not the best on size proportion.
Yeah, like with Hulk in particular, like I feel like his sizing has been off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, which I could bitch about all day long. But I have a feeling that this is just a small taste of what figures are going to be coming out from this line, because there's going to be a ton.
It's going to be interesting. It really is.
Yeah, so that's all I really got to say about the what if. If I had to choose, well, actually, the only one that I do want is the common Captain Carter. I think like just the super heroic. She kind of has her foot up on a rock, so she kind of has like that Captain Morgan stand a little bit.
Yeah,
but just holding the shield looks super cool.
It does,
and I prefer
really
that stance way over the GameStop exclusive battle pose.
No, that's fair. I can understand that.
Yeah, so out of all of these, that's probably the one that I'm going to try and pick up.
Nice. Very nice. For my Funko Focus, they recently announced some new figures they are adding to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, the live-action line, I would call it. So these are from the second Ninja Turtles movie, The Secret of the Ooze, and so they're releasing new ones of the 4 turtles, as well as some Shredder, a new Shredder, and then Toka and Razar from the sequel, and I freaking love these figures. So Leonardo is in kind of a fighting pose while holding a thing of the ooze. What is it? I think it's like TGRI. I think that's where they're getting the green mutagen in the movie. I think it's TGRI.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's just like the small canister of ooze.
Yeah. Mikey is holding the box of donuts that they use to try to defeat Toka and Razar when they have him eat them, but then they realize that they're filled with like pills and shit that will make them like not big anymore, and it blows up in their face, and it's freaking hilarious. And I love that they chose that one for Mikey. Raph is honestly, I feel like kind of the boringest one. Most would say Donatello, but not for me. Raph is kind of just like in a battle, like fighting pose. He looks awesome, but this is kind of boring. But Donatello is my favorite one because so he's standing with his right finger pointed out, and if anyone has seen the sequel, this is taken from the clip at when they're at the toy store at the beginning, and there's this like clown clown figure that is like swaying back and forth, and Donatello's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that. So he takes that out and gets on the contraption and is just like swaying back and forth and keeps poking the one of the foot soldiers. And it's just like freaking messing around with him, and I love it. It's one of my favorite scenes with Donatello in the movie. So if I still collected Funko Pops, I would totally get this one. And I'm like so tempted to get it just because I love this scene so much. And it's so simple, but I love it so much.
I love this style of Ninja Turtle enough. I think once I collect or get all of the new Marvel figures that I've been wanting, I think I'm going to go and try and collect all of the Ninja Turtles.
Hell yes.
Personally, this is the Donatello that I'm going to try and get. I'm forgetting what the other Raph looks like, but I'm probably going to get the other Raph. Probably going to get the other Leonardo, and I'm probably going to get the other Mikey.
Because I want to say the other of the three, don't they actually have their weapons pulled out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So honestly, I'm probably going to get basically all of the others except for Donatello.
I'm going to get this in the back with his finger.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could make a contraption to where he's just like keeps just rocking back and forth, I would totally do it for this Funko Pop.
That would be hilarious.
That would just be so great. But so minus the turtles, like I said, they're doing a Toka and Razar, which look fantastic, or as some people like to say, the what's the word? The store brand Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yep.
But I mean, they were still good villains. I liked them. And then we're also getting a new Shredder, which looks freaking awesome. He's just like in a closed fist pose, but it's going to have 2 exclusives. One is going to be, I'm assuming the Target exclusive is a metallic one.
Yeah.
And then the Funko Shop exclusive not only glows in the dark, but he's also holding a canister of the ooze. So it's different than the common one.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of that one.
I'm not either, because, like, honestly, adding the glow effect kind of, like, ruins it looks like he has a mouth.
A little bit, yeah. Like, that's, I think if you were to just go in and repaint that to fill in the slots in his mask, that would look pretty badass.
Yes,
it's just like he kind of looks like a Digimon character.
Yeah, I want to say this is actually supposed to be Super Shredder. Just because the way that, like, I don't know, the way that, like, because he's clenching his fists and it looks like he has a lot more, like, muscle build, I want to say this is supposed to be Super Shredder.
I want to say that about all of those.
No, I agree. It's just weird that, I don't know, it kind of sucks that, like, Super Shredder was in the movie for, like, what, like, freaking 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
But still, like, pretty bitchin' figure. The glow-in-the-dark one is the only one that I have an issue with. And that's because it looks like he has, like, a smiling mouth. He looks like the freaking Scarecrow.
He does! Yes, that's what I was thinking of. He straight up does. I mean, they both are DC, so I guess they can't really get in trouble for doing that.
True. But freaking awesome. You got anything else to say about these figures?
No, other than that Donatello is, like, really tempting me to come out of retirement, but I'm not gonna do it.
All right, so moving on to 4K Spotlight, we have one new movie coming out this week, and it's one that we've actually talked about before.
Yeah, boy. So, the one movie releasing this week is the newest Mortal Kombat film. So this will be releasing on 4K and regular Blu-ray. And then it will also be getting a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. I'm really glad I pre-ordered that bitch because it's saying that it's sold out. But whenever I've noticed this in the past, whenever they say, "Oh, like it's sold out," it comes back into stock on the actual day that it's supposed to release, and then it sells out after that.
Bro.
I hate Best Buy's like system for like selling out because like they'll say, "Oh yeah, it's sold out," and then it comes back into stock, and then it sells out again, and then like a couple days later, it goes back into stock for like a couple hours, and then it's out of stock again. But then it's completely out of stock.
Dumb.
It's stupid.
It's the worst.
So yeah, no, like I said, I'm glad that I pre-ordered the Steelbook because I was when they did before this new one came out, they did like a 2-pack of the original 2 Mortal Kombat movies on Steelbook. So I was actually able to get that. So that's going to go perfectly with this new Steelbook. So I am one happy person. Or one happy camper. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up Mortal Kombat this Tuesday, be sure to head to wherever you buy movies. And what's interesting is it's no longer a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy. It's just a Blu-ray plus digital copy. Looks like Warner Brothers is starting to get out of that area.
Nice. Alrighty. Moving on to our Through the Wall. Oh, did you have anything else to say?
Sorry, one more thing. The newest SpongeBob movie also comes out that day. So
is that the Sponge on the Run?
Yeah. So if any of you want to go pick up Sponge on the Run, there you go. Although it's stupid, it's just a Blu-ray plus DVD. It's not. It doesn't have a digital copy.
What?
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. I can't remember the last time it was just that.
Freaking stupid.
But sorry, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Moving on to Through the Wall. We're going to start off with mine because I don't know how much we're going to have to talk about with this. So it was announced, I want to say a pretty long time ago. I think it's been a few years now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, I think this news came out in like 2018. But Nintendo announced that Illumination was going to be working on a Super Mario movie. And
I thought that would be the studio they chose for it.
Yes. So I don't know if these are real or not. They look super real. And there's been one website, Invent Global, which is a e-gaming community. They have posted these posters that got released. It's a Mario and Luigi poster. And I don't know if they're freaking real.
If they're not, goddamn, whoever did these, you are super convincing.
Super freaking convincing. Dude, what freaking throws... So the one thing that makes me think, hey, maybe this might be fake, is at the top where it says from the creators... Yeah, from the studio that brought you Despicable Me. Despicable Me is in the most basic-ass font that you could possibly imagine. And so I'm like, I don't know if Illumination would do that. But then they have like the Mario logo, like they have Illumination Presents Super Mario in theaters 2022. And so I wouldn't have thought anything of this, but they have the little freaking water notes at the bottom where it has like Nintendo and some of this other shit on it. And I'm like, balls, this might be real.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was like one of the biggest selling points for me too. Like you said, there's the Nintendo logo. They even have the Universal logo down there. Just
Yeah, so it's just the back. Like all you see is the back of Mario and Luigi, but like half of the back. And Mario's is like completely in red, and it says "Let's go," and then Luigi's says "Okie dokie."
Classic.
Super classic.
Love it.
And this poster is throwing me for a loop because it's like I want to believe that this is real. in my soul, I want to believe that this is real, but it's just I'm so close to not buying it.
I don't know. For me, I'm like 95% sure that they are fan made, just because I feel Illumination or Universal would have announced these for how hyped up this movie is probably gonna be. I feel they would have already put these on their social media.
You would think, right?
I mean, I would hope.
Yeah. So it's just, like I said, we have no idea because there's only been one website that's posted them. 2 if you count Reddit, but I don't.
Fair.
And it's just like, it looks super good. Like, you can see, like, the fabric, or the pattern of the fabric in Mario's hat and his shoulder. But what throws me off is, like, if you look around, like, the curvature of his arm, there are areas that are, like, flat. Like, almost like they went in with, like, a lasso tool and just kind of, like, did a really quick click around.
I didn't notice that. Here, I gotta pull this up.
Yeah. I only noticed this because I've used that method before. You don't really notice it as much with Luigi, but it does kind of have it really close to his glove. But it's super easy to miss because it's just like the curve, like how his hand is pushed up against his hip. It could make that sharp angle. But I'm pretty sure that's like the same issue. And then with Mario, like if you look just on the full curvature of his arm where his elbow should be, there are areas where it's like super flat. So it's like that's what I'm not completely buying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm actually seeing it more so like on Luigi's arm, because I feel like there's like, it starts like this and then just goes like whoop and then back.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, from a like I saw these on Instagram, which were posted from Reddit, and then from Reddit I was able to look and it was on this Invent Global. So no one's really announced anything, but these are like super cool posters, if these are real. If not, I'm kind of bummed out.
If these aren't real, Illumination, just remake these and make them real, because these are great teaser posters.
Yeah, right? Or like, just like find whoever made these and just buy it off of them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, don't just remake them and like take away this person's credit. But yeah, like honestly, yeah, they just do
the same thing with like the other characters. Like do one for Toad.
Yeah, do one for Peach, Daisy, Bowser.
Yeah, or
Yoshi.
Yeah, I don't know who. Yeah, Yoshi if he's going to be in it.
I mean, hell, let's even throw in Wario and Waluigi. Why not? I don't know how many characters they're really going to squeeze into this one, but we'll see.
Yeah. So, like, there's so many freaking pictures. Like, I just searched Illumination Mario movie poster, but there's so many posters or like pictures that I've seen of who's playing who. And there's one for like a fan casting of like all the characters. And yeah, they spelled one wrong. So they had Will Ferrell as Mario.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, and then Chris Pratt, or it says Chris Pratt, but Chris Pratt as Luigi.
Can't we just like bring in like the guy that actually does the voice of Mario and just?
I feel like that would be annoying.
But that's Mario.
I know it's Mario, and it kills me to say that. But I feel an entire movie of the actual Mario and Luigi voices could be annoying. And what throws me off, we've never heard Mario talk in full sentences.
I mean, you have if you watch the Super Mario Brothers TV animated show.
I thought you were going to say the movie, and I was
No,
about
not
to
the movie.
fly to Utah and beat your ass.
No, the animated show.
The other castings I don't particularly hate. Anna Kendrick as Peach.
I would actually like Anna Kendrick more as Daisy.
Yeah, well, then they put Kate Misuki. Shit. I don't know how to say her name. Michuchi?
Yeah, dude, you got me.
Okay, she is in... gosh damn it. I can't freaking speak.
I mean, I only know her from The Big Bang Theory.
Okay, yeah. So they had her as Daisy, which I think maybe you could swap them.
You could, but then at the same time, I actually don't hate that casting for Daisy. That's really good. Damn it.
Then they have Kevin Hart as Toad.
Oh, good lord.
Which would be not awful.
No, that just makes sense. Nothing against Kevin Hart's voice, but, like, come on.
Yeah, and then Jack Black as Bowser.
Yes. 1,000 times yes. Casting Jack Black as anyone I will be behind.
Dude, that'd be freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at other possible castings just for shits and giggles. One of them has what's his name? Josh Gad voicing Mario.
I mean, do you see Josh Gad more as Mario or Luigi?
Honestly, either.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's do the whole Beauty and the Beast thing with Gaston and LeFou. Let's have Luke Evans play Luigi and then Josh Gad play Mario. There we go.
Oh shit. This one is not a super bad casting. Okay, I know we're getting super off topic. But I can't help myself. Okay, do you remember the guy that is Newt's friend in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Did they cast him as Mario?
Yes, they did.
That is perfect.
And they chose Andy Samberg as Luigi.
God damn it, that's good too.
Anna Faris as Peach.
Okay, that's growing on me more now.
Amy Adams as Daisy.
Yes.
Patton Oswalt as Toad.
Yeah, that's better than Kevin Hart. I'm sorry.
You're probably going to love this as much as I did. This is the reason I decided to talk about this casting. Jack Black as Wario.
Yes. Yes.
With Sacha Baron Cohen as Waluigi.
This is too perfect.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is too perfect.
John Cena as Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Jacob Tremblay as Diddy Kong.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Ron, or no, I'm gonna save that one. Oh shit! What is the name of? He's the guy that was in Willow. He is also he played a lot of the goblins in Harry Potter.
Oh shit. Oh gosh, damn it! I forget his name. Because he's an amazing actor. Oh, Warwick Davis.
Yeah, Warwick Davis as the professor.
Yes.
From Luigi's Mansion. Mark Hamill is King Boo.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Gilbert Gottfried as the little magic Koopa.
Okay.
And then Bowser, Ron Perlman.
Oh yeah, dude, this casting is literally perfect.
Yeah. This is...
Universal and Illumination, lock these people down right now.
Yeah, and then, Gaten Matarazzo as Bowser Jr.
Yeah. Yes.
This is hilarious.
This is amazing. I know we'll never see this, but I want to see a Super Mario movie with this casting. Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Dude, honestly, if I did not read this off, I would want to do a Super Mario Brothers Dreamcast.
I was actually going to bring that up, but honestly, I don't think I could do better than that.
Yeah.
That's too good.
That would be so freaking hard. Like, this is all I hear now. Dude, but honestly, what sold me was Wario and Luigi.
Sacha Baron Cohen as Waluigi's. Like, I can't decide if I love that or Jack Blackmore as a Wario.
I know.
Those are just so perfect.
That. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this was supposed to be like a super quick discussion, but quickly turned into more.
But you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, I think you could have a lot of freaking fun with a Mario casting.
Yeah, you really could. Oh yeah, you really could.
Yeah, I've seen like a few people, like a lot of them are trying to do like, oh, this is like what it would look like as live action, but I don't think that's nearly as fun as trying to get the voices.
Yeah, and we've already seen how a live action Mario movie will go, and I don't know if we really want to retread that.
Yeah, that would be tough. Like I think like if we were to ever do a Dreamcast of Mario, I think it'd just be like a super quick episode. Maybe like maybe we can do a bonus one someday.
I'm down.
Like if we ever get to it. But anyway. So, like I said, I don't know if these Rose will post the picture or the posters on Instagram. But just know, like I said, I don't know if these are real.
Yeah.
But I hope they are.
And if they're not, holy shit, they're convincing.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts. If you think they're fake or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rose, you had something you wanted to talk about.
Mine's not gonna have as like cool like theories and stuff, considering it's just a trailer. But Thursday they what was it? MGM? They blessed us with the first full trailer for the Addams Family 2, which opens this October in theaters. So basically, from this trailer, I guess Morticia and Gomez realize that Pugsley and Wednesday are starting to get older. They don't want to be around their family or their parents, classic teenager kid stuff. So they decide, you know what? Let's take a family road trip. And of course, shockingly, with the Addams Family, hijinks is going to ensue. But just from this trailer, this looks a lot better than the first one. It looks like they're actually focusing more so on the Addams Family rather than human characters, because there is no bit of a human character arc in this movie or in this trailer. Which, thank the heavens, it's just strictly focused on the Addams Family and how like people around them react to them, which I freaking love. And I feel probably one of Caleb's favorite things, and like I appreciate it too. Well, I don't appreciate it. It's just you understand why they had to do it. They actually recasted the voice of Pugsley. It's no longer Finn Wolfhard. It is now what is it? I forget his name. Sorry, guys.
The new guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he has a really weird name.
What is it? What the hell is he? Javon Wana Walton. So
yeah, I would never have remembered that.
Neither would I. But he is coming back. He's not coming back. He will be playing the voice of Pugsley now instead of Finn Wolfhard, because I feel this. We probably all thought this was inevitable, because Finn Wolfhard's voice is like a little too deep to be playing like a kid that's supposed to be like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah. At least the rest of the cast is coming back, which is awesome. So Oscar Isaac is coming back as Gomez, Charlize Theron as Morticia, Chloe Grace Moretz as Wednesday, Nick Kroll as Uncle Fester, Bette Midler as Grandma, and then Snoop Dogg is coming back as Cousin It.
Dude, I freaking love Cousin It.
I do too. I hope that Cousin It has a lot more to do in this one.
I do too. He had
Cousin
a
It
lot
barely
to do in the show. At least the bits of the show that I saw.
No, he did. I want to say from the live action movies, he had a lot more to do than he did in the first Addams Family movie.
I don't remember him being in the first or the movies.
Maybe he only came in with the Addams Family values like towards the end, because he's married.
That's right.
Yeah. So maybe it was only then.
Yeah. So one thing that I completely forgot to show you. So the Addams Family are taking a road trip in their RV. And the RV is actually based off of the Addams Family animated series.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. It's like a mini version of their house on wheels.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so I appreciated the hell out of that. So the only reason I know about, because I did not watch the animated series as a kid.
Yeah, neither did I.
I did not learn about this RV until before the Addams Family movie came out. I was doing research on how the Addams Family intro has evolved, and that was one of the evolutions that they showed was the animated series. Yeah, and so they showed that, and so I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool, little RV. And then when I saw that, I was just like, Brielle! Like, they brought the RV!
Oh, man.
So I was like super excited for that.
No, that makes me happy that they're bringing back callbacks from the original cartoon.
Yeah, and it's with like the same, like the characters, how they looked in the show or in the animated series. That's exactly how they looked in the.
I think that was such a great a great creative choice.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah. Like whenever like someone comes we'll be talking about the Addams Family, and they'll just be like, yeah, the way they look in the animated film is like so freaking weird. I hate it. I'm just like, if you look at the original comic strip, that's exactly how they look. Like they just took it right off the pages and put it into CGI, and I freaking love them for it.
Yeah. I'm still not the biggest fan. I'm like more of a realistic figure, like, but that's not a big complaint.
No,
like
it's fair.
I can still appreciate the characters and what they look like and all that. It's just personal preference. I don't care for it.
No, that's fair. I mean, do you feel this? I mean, I know it's only the first trailer, but do you feel this is looking better than the first one?
So much better. So much better.
Like, I'm glad that like we're finally past the people seeing who the Addams Family are, and like they like kind of like not accept them, but it doesn't seem like anyone's like super surprised by them anymore, and they can just be the Addams Family, which is what we want.
Yeah.
In an Addams Family movie, I don't give a shit about how humans feel about them. I could give two effing shits about that. I just want to see the Addams Family in an Addams Family movie. That's all I want to see.
Yeah. I just want to see Addams Family hijinks. That's not difficult to do.
The only time that I was okay with a human coming into the Addams Family was the character of Debbie in the Addams Family Values, because she, like, Joan Cusack, like, she freaking destroyed that role. She was amazing.
She freaking murdered it. So good.
But so this movie is opening October. It says October 22nd, but I want to say they moved it up to October 2nd. I want to say because like this and the fourth Hotel Transylvania movie are like going at it for family entertainment this Halloween season. Because I know Hotel Transylvania 4 was supposed to come out this July, but then like last week they decided, hey, no, actually it's going to come out this October.
I hope the Addams Family freaking destroys
I
Hotel
hope so
Transylvania.
Because I haven't even seen the third one, and I really feel no need to. The only good thing that I love about this fourth one is that, unfortunately, Adam Sandler didn't come back to voice Dracula, but they brought in, his name is Bryan Singer. Have you ever heard of him?
His name sounds familiar.
He's an amazing voiceover artist that hasn't really caught in his... No, it's not Bryan Singer, I'm sorry. Shit, what's his name? I know we were talking about the Addams Family, but we just got to bring up this thing with Hotel Transylvania really quickly. I'm sorry. It's Bryan something. I love how he's like not even like mentioned in the top billing cast when he plays Dracula. That's kind of bullshit. that like kind of pisses me off. Brian Hull.
Brian Hull. I am not familiar with him.
So, well, I think this might be his like first big break. But yeah, so like I said, he's actually voicing Dracula, and yeah, this is like literally his first big break. And like anything like on the big screen. So yeah, this is freaking exciting. I'm like honestly just happy for him with Hotel Transylvania 4. I could give two shits about the movie, really, because I haven't even seen the third one. But just the fact that they cast someone that hasn't gotten their big break yet as a character that was originally voiced by Adam Sandler just makes me so happy, because his Adam Sandler impression as Dracula is spot on. It's amazing. But yeah, so sorry, off on a tangent there. But yeah, so
good. So he's voiced Dracula
too.
before in like a Hotel Transylvania short.
Oh, we did? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah.
So this is his first time taking over the entire role, which
and he deserves
really good
it.
for him.
Yeah. Yeah, you should if you get a chance, you should watch the trailer and let me know what you think of his voice as Drac.
Yeah, I've watched the trailer a couple times. It's just I didn't realize that they recast him.
I didn't either, and that just proves how good of a impression he gives of Adam Sandler's Drac.
That's freaking awesome. Good for him.
Yeah. So we'll see which one wins this Halloween season. Hopefully it's the Addams Family too. But I mean, I hope Halloween Kills just destroys it all this Halloween. Because we all know that's the family entertainment everyone wants to see.
Yeah, duh.
But yeah, so Addams Family 2. Super excited.
All right. 1 out of 10 with this. How excited are you?
Actually, I think I'm more excited for this one than Sing 2, which I never thought I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really enjoyed this trailer. So I'm actually at an 8 for this one.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put myself around a 7.
Oh, nice. I like it.
I enjoyed the original or the first one enough to be excited for this one.
Yeah.
And I think this one gave me just enough to get excited. And like you said, I think this one looks like it's going to be way better than the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I mean, I want to say everyone's coming back that directed and wrote the first one. So that's always nice.
So we'll find out if it's actually better because I'm pretty sure we're going to break this one down.
I'm down if you are.
Hells yeah. Alrighty, well, that concludes Through the Wall, so let's move on to this week's headliner, where we are going to be breaking down Nobody. Alrighty, like I said, for this week's headliner, we will be breaking down... Oh, actually... 1 second. We have a... Have you watched Avatar yet?
God damn it, no.
You son of a bitch. Alright, well, we have another bitch session for you to listen to.
God damn it, who is it this time?
You want to take a guess?
Jason.
Vic.
Oh, it's Vic. Oh, I feel Vic's is gonna hurt even more than Jason's.
I sure hope so.
Damn, asshole.
All right, so here we go.
Hey guys, this is Vic. I'm from Crash, from Crash and Taz's Movie Cellar. You might also know me as the reigning champ and title holder of most guested visitor on the All Bros show. Sorry if I don't remember anyone else's names who might be competing for that title. You haven't been on enough times for me to remember your name.
Damn!
I'm kidding. Sorry, DJ. I know we haven't met, but you know what? Utmost respect to you. I don't want you to think I'm a complete ass, which I am an ass, but it's all right. Anyways, we're not here to talk about, me and all the others who are, just totally lacking in guest spots on your show. We are here to discuss Jonathan Rose's lack of God. This is almost like lacking of culture, really. Dude, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the greatest shows that has been made, and dare I say, one of the most iconic shows for, I would say our generation. This is a show that, honestly, yes, it does have a, a children's rating, like for television, But that doesn't mean that it does not have some very adult, lessons to be learned. There are honestly a lot of things that in that show, they leave you kind of almost soul searching, if you will. Really great show. You're doing yourself a disservice. Do not watch the movie. I would say don't watch the movie at all. If you've seen the movie, do not watch it at all. It's awful. It's trash. It's garbage. I once heard somebody say, that it was good if they could separate basically their admiration for the show and just watch it as no. It's not even entertaining. It's really not. This is a show like, yes, you should really watch it. Here's the thing. You on the All Bros show, you guys grade your movies on story, character development, costumes and design. Effects, it's kind of hard because it is a cartoon, but dare I say, like, the imagination that goes into this. The story is phenomenal. They get it into 3 seasons or three books, and you have Water, Earth, and Fire, and those in each of them have their own like chapters, which are each of the episodes. And dude, the story, just the story in the books alone are freaking amazing. But to put those all 3 together and watch it, the story is amazing. Some parts it's kind of like, yeah, you have to just accept that it is, a cartoon show, but oh my god, the character development that you are missing for Aang, the character development that you see from him from start to finish is very, very great. Other characters like Zuko, who has a night and day difference. Man, you literally see these characters just grow emotionally, and it is just something that, man, you ought to kick yourself in the ass for it, man. I'm gonna agree with what Caleb had said before. There are some parts where in the first book it might be a little rough. Like the first couple of episodes might be a little rough, but once you get past those, like, trust me, it is worth the watch. And it's one where like I can never just watch a single episode of this show. So dude, get off your ass, watch this show, and get with the times, man. Get with the times. Appa, you are not going to, like, dude, you're gonna want to, like, have your own Appa, okay, or a Momo. I agree with DJ, dude. If you do not want Uncle Iroh to be alive and your actual uncle by the end of this series, then dude, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, but dude, you got to check this show out. It is amazing. So yeah, get off your ass and fucking do it. Let's go. Get on it, man. Get on it. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he is preaching. He is preaching the truth. And now you have to watch 6 episodes before I'm satisfied.
Okay, fine. Yes, sir.
Dude, just do it. Get off your ass and frickin' do it.
Well, I kind of have to be sitting on my ass to watch it.
I don't give a shit how you watch it. Just frickin' watch it, man. You have no excuse.
Yes, sir.
One thing that you saw Mandalorian, right? Or did you continue that at all? No. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So Dave Filoni who worked on, or who has been working on Star Wars since forever, he actually helped in the writing room with a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh shit!
So if you like his storytelling, you're gonna love this show. And
Okay.
one thing, I don't think anyone's mentioned this yet. I doubt it. So Avatar was set to only be ever 3 seasons long. And it, like, the overarching story was going to be Aang faces the Fire Lord. Like, that's what it leads up to. That is what the beginning of the series to the end of the series, that is everything that it leads up to. There's a reason people don't like The Legend of Korra as much as Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's because when they greenlit Avatar: The Last Airbender, they got greenlit for all 3 of those seasons. So they knew, like, they were going to be able to tell that entire story. And so when they finished that story, they're just like, okay, we don't have anything to really work with now. And so it was just like, it went on too long before they brought up Legend of Korra. Mm-hmm. And so when they did Legend of Korra and they started working on that, Nickelodeon was only greenlighting 1 season at a time.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and so the people that were working on the show, they're just like, well, we don't know if this is going to be picked up for multiple seasons, so we're not going to waste our time and only tell like one big story that there's a decent chance we're not even going to get to finish. And so they wrote a story for the first season that was just like, it was okay. And then it just the same thing. So when they got greenlit for the 3rd season, they were just like, or the 2nd season, they're just like, okay, this is absolutely the last time that we can do this. So they wrote an insane story. Like, it was a big story. And then like the 3rd season, when they got greenlit for that, they're like, fuck, like we kind of effed up, guys. And so they wrote another story, and it just fell so short. And so,
well, so does the 2nd season of Legend of Korra like end in like a good way to where like there didn't really need to be a season 3?
That's how they ended every season.
Oh, okay.
They ended every season like it was the last season.
Yeah, if only they could have just been like, hey, you know what, Nickelodeon, we're just going to stick with 1 season. If only they could have done that.
Yeah, well, they wanted it to be 3 seasons, but Nickelodeon was never going to greenlight it.
Which makes no sense considering from what I've heard, Avatar: The Last Airbender gave Nickelodeon amazing viewership.
It did. It absolutely did. But they just it was the fact that it was so long after Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then I think Nick was having some financial struggles, so they weren't greenlighting seasons ahead at a time. They were paying season to season.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, The Last Airbender does not have this issue at all, because they greenlit 3 seasons and they released 3 seasons. So everything that you see is the creator's vision from beginning to end.
Okay.
And you need to watch it, dude. You need to freaking watch it, and I'm going to harass you until you watch the first 6 episodes.
Yes, sir.
It is such a good freaking show, dude. Such a good show. Anyway, that's how I'm going to fill that question of the week time, because we did not ask a question of the week because we changed our movie at the last minute.
Yeah.
So, if you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually grade to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal grade at the very end. And then all of that magic math gets added up, gives us an average, and that average gives us our letter grade. So if you have not seen Nobody,
you're a nobody. I'm kidding.
And you need to go watch it because it is an amazing watch. So, with that, we are going to begin our favorite segment, Reading with Rose, with 2 E's, as Rose reads us the synopsis of the movie.
All right, Jonathan, you're not going to mess it up. You're not going to mess it up. Here we go. All right. Hutch Mansell is a seemingly ordinary man. He has 2 children with his wife Becca and has an unremarkable job as an office worker in his father-in-law Eddie's metal fabrication company. The tedium of his life is slowly grinding on him. One night, an armed man and woman break into his house, and his son Blake tackles one of them. Hutch is reluctant to intervene and allows the thieves to leave. The incident causes everyone to think he is a failure. Hutch contacts his half-brother Harry on a hidden radio in his office and explains that he held back because the burglars were desperate, scared, and using an unloaded gun. Later that day, his daughter, Sammy, asks for help finding her missing kitty cat bracelet, wondering if the thieves took it. Without saying a word, he goes to see his elderly father, David, and borrows his old FBI badge and gun to track down the burglars. He finds their apartment and threatens them, but when he discovers their sick baby, he leaves, frustrated and guilt-ridden. The bus he takes home is suddenly stopped by a gang of thugs, and Hutch takes out his frustration by savagely beating them under the pretense of protecting a young woman. Okay, I just want to point out with this, this scene, you know, like the goons or whatever you want to call them, thugs, walk up to the bus, and they're really not even like banging on the door. They're kind of just like standing there by the door. The lady just lets them on. One, I don't know why she does this, because she only stopped the bus because they hit something. It's not like her bus was damaged, so she could have just kept going after she saw that they were okay.
I thought they rear-ended her.
No, they hit something to the side.
Oh.
Like they hit like a construction area like on the side of the road.
So there was no damage done to the bus?
Nope. Not from what I saw.
Oh. When I watched it, I would have sworn that they rear-ended.
Oh, damn it, now you got me second-guessing myself. But, I mean...
Yeah, because,
way,
like,
she just
think about
lets
it.
them on.
Like, no, okay, well, think about it. Like, what... You see what they crashed into, whatever they crashed into, and then you see Hutch, like, jump.
Yes.
So that's what made me think that they rear-ended the bus. Is that maybe that's, like, that lurched him, and so that's why the bus driver had to stop, and then they, like, got out and whatever, and, like, obviously she has to stay in the bus to report any damages, and so, yeah, letting him onto the bus was kind of, I don't think what she wanted to do. I think it was kind of her obligation.
Fair. Damn it, I gotta go back and watch the movie again now, or just at least that scene to see if it actually did if the car actually did re-end the bus or not, or if it like hit something on the side.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't make sense otherwise why she would stop.
I mean, maybe she stopped to make sure that they were okay.
Maybe.
Being a good citizen. Where is it? So at home, he realizes that he hasn't been actively communicating with his family and is inspired by his renewed self-esteem to reconnect with them. Harry then sends him to see a man referred to as the barber, who provides Hutch with information about one of his victims. He is the younger brother of Yulian... I'm going to butcher this to hell. Kuznetsov, a notorious Russian crime lord. In retribution, Yulian sends a crew led by his right-hand man Pavel to capture Hutch at home. However, Hutch hides his family and kills most of the attackers before Pavel tases him into unconsciousness and captures him. Finding a fire extinguisher in the trunk of the car he is locked in, Hutch uses it to crash the car, killing Pavel and his remaining crew. Then he sends his family away to safety before setting his house on fire to destroy any evidence. It is then explained that Hutch is a former auditor, an assassin employed by intelligence agencies to kill people who were considered untouchable. After letting one of his targets go free, Hutch found him a year later, reformed and happily living with his new family. Wanting a life akin to his, Hutch decided to retire against the wishes of his superiors and may have overcorrected his personality to fit his new life as a family man. After buying Eddie's company with a stash of gold bars, Hutch burns the Obshak money Yulian was protecting for the mob along with Yulian's art collection. Yulian angrily pursues Hutch to the factory with his men, where David and Harry show up to help eliminate the gangsters using a variety of weapons and deadly traps Hutch had set up. They kill all of the gunmen until only Yulian is left. Out of ammo, Hutch charges him with a claymore mine attached to a bulletproof shield and detonates it, killing Yulian. After ensuring that his father and brother escape, Hutch is arrested only to be quickly released with no charges filed. 3 months later, while buying a new house with Becca, Hutch receives a call suggesting that his services are still required. In a mid-credit scene, Harry and David are shown driving to an undisclosed location in an RV filled with guns.
Hell yeah. Dude, this movie was a blast.
It really was, and I haven't even seen any of the John Wick movies. I actually got, major John Wick vibes from this.
I
which is not a bad
agree.
thing.
Honestly, I felt this was more fun than John Wick.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies.
Yeah, I've seen the first one, and it's just like he has such a sad boy energy. And with this, it definitely feels like someone that's just kind of in a rut. Like, it starts off, doing, the same thing over and over again. So, I loved how it started off with, really quick bits of what his day looked like. It started off with, Monday, and then it showed everything that he did through Monday. Tuesday, same thing. Just showed what his week was like, but really quick. We were already kind of in the middle of it. And then it kept doing that until the day that he got robbed. And I loved that. It pulls you in, okay, this dude's just kind of stuck.
I felt so bad that he kept missing Garbage Day.
I know, what the hell?
Set an alarm in your phone.
Yeah, I know, right? I totally feel for him, because, I definitely miss Garbage Day a lot. But, I don't know, it was just so funny. He had all this, pent-up aggression that he needed to work off. And so when he was ready to frickin' wreck a bitch with that golf club until he saw, I thought it was until he saw that they had his kid. But, we didn't realize until later. That's another thing I loved about this. This did not treat us like children.
No, it did not. Not one bit.
Anytime they started doing even, a little bit of exposition, it got cut off by something. We didn't quite know what his role was, or, how he knows what he knows, until he started explaining it to the guys, but right before he burned his house down.
Yeah.
But he, started to, explain it a little bit to the guy that he just bushwhacked in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, so I used to do this, this, and this, and he like looks at him and he's dead. He's like,
I was just getting to the best part.
yeah, and then he goes and does it again. He like that's someone that just like needs to get their story out.
Yeah.
I loved the mystery that they put around him. Like it still felt like we know who he is by the end. We know that he's an auditor, like top assassin or whatever. But I loved that at the end, like we always get this like this little hint of mystery behind him. Like when he was going from tattoo shop to tattoo shop, and no one called him out on the expired FBI badge until he got to this last tattoo shop, and then they were just like ready to kick his ass, and then one of the main guys was like saw this tattoo on his arm, and he's like, oh shit, and like run, like he's just like, thank you for your service, walks out, and then you just hear him locking the door and like shutting it, and then all the guys that are left in the shop, like that watch this, like they all back off. Like I loved how their attitude changed, and like he goes and does that, and then he turns around. They're just like, so how can we help you?
I loved that scene so much.
Like I love that because like that, like I said, that just adds like a shroud of mystery behind him, and you're just like, holy shit, like who is this guy? And yeah, so good. Like it was just like little things like that enhanced the story for me. Like I don't like my hand being held through a story, especially one like this where it's like, oh, like you could have done so much freaking exposition on him, but they didn't, and I loved that.
Yeah, same here.
The story overall, so we ended up giving the story an 85. So it's an above average story. It's not like a mind-boggling story. It's basic. It is a basic premise.
It is, but the way that it's played out makes it good.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this movie really shines more in the character development area.
I can definitely agree with that.
But yeah, with the story, like sticking in the story, it has a really good pacing to it. Even though it's like super basic, it's just telling the story of how he kind of regains who he is.
He went too far into suburban dad life, apparently, or into suburban dad mode.
Yeah, like you could tear this movie down into a man loses his identity and then finds it.
Yeah. And all because of his daughter's bracelet being stolen.
Holy shit, dude. Like, that, I loved that was the catalyst that set him off.
Yeah, like, it's kind of funny that, like, with John Wick, it's because of a puppy. No, this one's because of a bracelet. He's just like, hell no. That's it. Final straw.
Yeah, so everyone's giving him shit, like, because he didn't protect his family properly or whatever, like, let the people go. And he was, like, mad at himself because the way that the people broke in, they used it was a pizza box, got caught in his, I'm not sure if they put it there or if it just got caught, like, it got caught in the in the garage door, but the garage door was open because of a pizza box. And so that's why
sturdy ass pizza box.
Yeah, no shit, right? And so that's how they were able to break in, and he was like kind of upset with himself over that. And then he was just kind of like submitting to all this like backlash that he was getting. Like his son was straight up disrespecting him. Like, what the hell? Like, what's your problem?
Why didn't you take that lady out with that golf club?
Yeah, and then everyone's just like, oh, this is what I would have done. This is what I would have done. And then he goes to work, catches shit from his father-in-law, catches shit from his brother-in-law, who's just like, you need to protect my sister. And like just taking all these hits. And his daughter comes in and she's just like, do you think the robber, like, because they made off with like a few bucks. And then she's just like, oh, I can't find my kitty cat bracelet. And he's just like, oh, where was it? And she pulls the bowl that all that money was in that the robbers took. And so he just like, he like sits there for a second, turns around, walks out the door, no words, no explanation, and just goes on a hunt for these people.
Oh, shit. Love it.
And I laughed every single time I saw the trailer for this part when he gets the robbers and he's like bashes one in the face with his gun, and then he's just like, where is the goddamn kitty cat bracelet? Like, I freaking love that.
Yeah, I actually never saw the trailer for this movie, so I went into this movie completely blind.
What did you think overall of like everything?
Overall, I had a good time with it. I don't know, it's just really funny to me that is what makes him snap back into who he used to be. Is that his daughter's kitty cat bracelet is taken. It wasn't the money that was taken. He could give two shits about that. It's the bracelet, which, you know what, understandable, because, you know, that meant a lot to her. They even talk about, she's just like, hey, we need a cat, you know, and he's like, okay, I can agree with that. And I do love at the ending that, like, he actually does, like, find, like, a kitten for her, and he brings that home. I'm assuming he brings that home to her. I hope he did.
Yeah, you know damn well he did.
Yeah. But yeah, no, overall, I really liked it. If I had anything wrong with it, it'd probably be actually the Russian villain. All right of a villain. It's kind of bland. Like,
he was
like very stereotype. Oh, I'm a big bad boss man that has a bunch of henchmen, and now I'm gonna kill you. Or like, you messed up my family, so I'm going to go after your family. Which what's his name? Hutch actually brings up I like his point that he brings up, you never come to another man's home. Like, we can handle it anywhere else, but you never come to another man's home, especially when his family's there.
Yeah, he's just like, you don't do that.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Respect. I agree with that. But yeah, like I said, if I could think of like one problem that I had, it was like the whole villain situation. But everything with Hutch, his character was great. The like his him throughout the movie, I actually like really liked the family dynamic he had with his family, especially his wife, with them like starting to rekindle their romance. Like especially that one scene, because they usually so they slept on the same bed, but they had a pillow in the middle of them. And there's one scene where she actually like takes the pillow away and is like looking at him while he's sleeping, and then she places her hand on his shoulder, and it's just a sweet, small sentiment moment, and I loved it. It was like, this is so cute.
Yeah, like I freaking loved that stuff. Like, you see that he's in a funk, that they're in a funk, because every night that he goes to bed, it's the freaking wall of pillows between them. And then once he goes and freaking beats the shit out of those guys on the bus, which I loved how creative they got with that.
Oh, dude. That scene, just, oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah. Like, one thing I didn't necessarily care for with John Wick is that it's just like every fight leading up to the boss fight is he just freaking destroys everyone. And everything goes his way. Like, very little things happen to him. Like, he gets a freaking punch here and there, or he gets, like, sliced somewhere in the middle of the fight, or whatever. Like, he was dealing more damage to, like, all the other guys, but they were freaking kicking the shit out of him, too.
Yeah, like, how many freaking times did he get stabbed?
Like, a lot.
Like, god damn, poor guy.
Yeah, and it's just like with John Wick, it was almost like he was clairvoyant with the fights. Like,
Yeah,
there's
like
some,
that.
but with this, he would fight the guy in front of him, and then the guy behind him, or like he would knock some dude out, take a step forward, like over him, fight, and then the guy that he just stepped over would stand up, and it wouldn't like he turned around and like freaking kicked his ass more. He freaking got like clocked in the back of the head, and he's just like, ah, and then turns around and kicks his ass. Like, I love that it's just like it's not so one-sided. Like,
Yes.
this felt like a fight that anyone could have won or anyone could have lost.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, so I loved the hell out of that whole scene. And the way, like, he didn't go in like there with like the intention of killing anyone, which I'm surprised that he didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
But like, there was one guy that he was like choking on his blood, and so he like takes the knife, cuts a hole in his throat, and then sticks a straw down in there so the dude can breathe. And then so he's like breathing out of his neck. And I freaking love that comes up later with the bad guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I freaking
When
love
he
that.
like pull out the straw, I'm like, damn it, he's gonna do it, isn't he? He's gonna, yeah, slice the throat. Okay,
dude, I freaking love that the bad guy's just like, you killed my brother, and he's just like, yo, he was alive last time I saw him. And he's like, but you went after my family, like all that, and like, so freaking good. Like, I freaking loved this. And just, yeah, I had a freaking blast and a half with this story.
it really was a fun one.
Yeah. So, like I said, we ended up giving the story an 85. Moving on over to writing, this got an 85 and a half.
Oh, hey.
So just like slightly better than the story. Which, I mean, I don't 100% disagree with. I thoroughly enjoyed the writing. Like, I thought it was very basic, very plain, no wasted dialogue, which I appreciate the ever living hell out of.
Oh no, I absolutely agree. Hell, everything that was written for Bob Odenkirk was fantastic. It was like you said, it's like basic writing, it's bland writing, but like it's wonderful in a way.
Yeah, it was like so good, so good. Like, all the dialogue, like at least in the beginning, before he started getting into his groove, it was very like slow. Didn't talk very often. And then he started talking a little bit more. One of the things that I really liked is the way that he was talking to his wife after he kind of like rekindled this fire inside him and realized that he really likes being an assassin.
Yeah.
I really liked that communication between them. That felt very real. It felt like a conversation that I could have with my wife. Where it's just like, listen, I feel like we've been like drifting apart, and like, I loved how when he was going through the list of things that they haven't done, he's just like, I can't remember the last time we embraced each other. Like, it's hard to remember the last time we kissed, or and like worked his way up the affection chain until he's just like, we haven't had sex in months, we haven't made love in years. Like, I loved how that was the top for him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes, like, I freaking love that. And he's just like, I'm sorry. Like, he's just like, kind of saying, like, I understand that I've been in a funk, but this is not all my fault. And I'm sorry that it's coming off like I'm like that. And just the way that he worded everything, because that's exactly how I would say, like, if things weren't going good with my wife, that's exactly how I would word things. I would work my way up into being like, yo, I'm not getting laid. But that might be too much information for some people, but that's like I said, I loved how it worked that up. And then just the subtle things, like you said with the pillow scene, just the way she moved the pillows out of the way, and like kind of like she was thinking about what he was saying too. And it wasn't anything like they had a big discussion on this and then just like an epiphany for the both of them, and then suddenly everything was right in the world. It was something that she needed to reflect on herself, and we get to see that. And so I'm glad that they didn't like fill that in with unnecessary dialogue. So yeah, appreciated the ever-living hell out of that. And I gave, like, you gave this in the low 80s. I gave this in like the high 80s.
Sorry.
No, personal opinion. I don't blame you for anything, but yeah, that I loved that. Like, loved that whole dynamic between the two of them. I thought it was so well executed.
No, it really was. It really was.
And just thinking of some other stuff, like I really love the writing for his dad, David.
Yeah, can we... oh my gosh. Christopher Lloyd, right?
Yep.
Yeah, can we appreciate that he came on for this movie?
Dude, Christopher Lloyd is a gem.
He really is. Ugh. Just seeing him blasting people at the end with a sawed-off... I'm thinking that was a sawed-off shotgun.
Yep.
Maybe it wasn't sawed-off. I don't know. It looked like a pretty, like, big blast back to me. But that just... It shouldn't have, but that put, like, a smile on my face.
Dude, it was freaking
Call me
great.
sick for that, but...
So, they have this situation where... So, David's kind of, like, in a home, more or less. So, David is Hutch's dad. But, so, he's in this home, and he looks like he's damn near, like, catatonic. And then he realizes that Hutch is going out to basically rekindle this fire of being an assassin, and kind of like joins in on the deal. And so these people come after him, and then like they come and see that like this quote unquote helpless old man, and he freaking blasts one dude in the freaking gut with a shotgun. And then he, like, flips the dude, like, flips out. He shoots the other dude. And then you see the freaking helper in the front area, like, comes in and, like, he's freaking choking the dude out in the chair. And he's just, like, kind of moving. And he's just like, David, like, God damn it, turn it down. Because he's, like, watch old westerns. Like, are you shitting me?
Oh, I love that so much.
Like, oh my gosh, so good. So freaking love that shit. Oh, there was so much, like, good dialogue, good, like, little jokes that they threw in there. But yeah, I freaking loved every second of the writing. So... 85.5 for writing.
Not
Moving
bad.
on over to acting. So, who did you end up grading? Because I only did Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, that's all who I graded to.
Really? And you still gave him an 85?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why I gave him an 85 is maybe just because and this might more so be on the writing, is that some of the lines he said are like kind of just like written as so bland that even like Bob Odenkirk couldn't make them interesting.
Like, do you have an example?
Not at the moment that is coming to my head right now. I mean, what did you give him?
I gave him a 94.
Oh shit, yeah, that's way higher than me.
Yeah. This is one of the, like, we were pretty close on most of them. This is one of those ones that was drastic difference.
Yeah, hot damn.
Yeah. Dude, I love that his performance didn't get very enthusiastic until he started doing the assassin stuff again and beating the shit out of people.
No, that is very true.
Yeah, everything else was just very, like, almost monotone. And then it worked its way up into, like, an excited, like, someone that has, like, a spark or, like, a fire lit under them.
To be honest, I don't even know why I didn't go higher. Well, damn, can I change my score?
If you want.
Yeah, let's go 90.
90. Alright, that bumps acting up to a 92.
Bam, there we go.
Yeah, like I said, freaking loved it. How energetic he was. Once he, like I said, rekindled that fire. I think it took a little long to get there.
No, that's fair.
But I think his, like, just like the way he was able to play everything so cool, calm, and collected was amazing. Like when he was talking to the bad guy and he freaking brought like the Claymore charge.
Yeah, like holy shit.
Yeah, so like the main bad guy's doing like this karaoke and then he like sees at the, like, when he's finished with his performance, he sees Hutch like sitting at a table eating a steak dinner or whatever, and he's just like, dude, you got some nerve. Like, I freaking love that. Like, you got some nerve coming here, and he's just like, oh yeah, well, like flips up the napkin, revealing the claymore, and he's just like, all right, everyone out, like evacuates everyone.
I love how the first thing the bad guy says is he's just like, you have some nerve coming here for a meal. He's just like, well, I mostly came for the show. And then he leads into the whole bomb thing.
Yeah. Like, freaking legit, man. Like, I loved that whole interaction that the bad guy and him had. But yeah, I think, honestly, I would have given him a perfect score. But like I said, I usually put the extras as like their own separate, and so that's honestly what brought the
I can definitely
the acting
agree
down
with
for
that.
me. But Odenkirk was damn near perfect.
Yeah, like I think this is actually the first thing I've ever seen Bob Odenkirk in, and I'm impressed. I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, honestly, this makes me want to watch Better Call Saul.
You know, from what I've heard from that show, understandable.
Yeah, so acting is now got bumped up to 92. Next up, we got character development. So what did you think of?
You know, I feel we've kind of like touched upon like how his character develops in this movie. I really liked it. I like how like you pointed out, we get to just follow his life Monday through Saturday, and just how it's so repetitive. He hates it. He's literally fallen into real bad suburban dad. What's the word? Like suburban dad agenda type, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it.
That's a good
but
question.
It's just yeah, right. But it's literally the exact same thing every day, and like how he points out at the end or I think it's towards the end, he feels that like maybe he fell a little too hard into that kind of life, and kind of when he got out of the work that he was doing before. But I love what brings him back is the kitty cat bracelet, of trying to find that for his daughter, and just how it escalates from there with him almost killing that one guy's the bad guy's brother, which I would have thought that the kid would have been his son, not his brother. That kind of like...
That's what I thought too. I was just
I'm
like, oh,
bullshit,
you bushwhacked his son. But no, he's just
Yeah.
like, it's your brother. And then all the other bad guys were just like, dude, you don't even like him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so like, you know, that arc to realizing that he actually missed this line of work, and rekindling with his wife, with his kids, just solid character arc. I really did like it.
Yeah. Like, I really, really liked seeing that. Like, it's just because the rut happens. Like, I think in anyone's life, like, even in ours, like, we could easily get stuck in a rut.
Yeah, can we talk about a quarter life crisis?
Yeah, no shit, right? But it's like a real thing. And then it just takes that one thing to get you out of it. Like,
Yep.
honestly, I think before we started the podcast, I was in a bit of a rut.
No, I mean, if we're getting like really serious here, I come in and out of mine like quite often, and I hate it. But I would absolutely agree that this podcast has really helped me through the tough times with it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much a podcast can actually really help your mental stability.
Yeah, no joke.
Like, shit.
Yeah, so it's just like little things like that. It's just, I love that it wasn't some big thing that just set him off. It was just a little thing. It was just his daughter, or he thought the robbers took his daughter's bracelet. And I love that he ended up finding it, like, just somewhere random. It was like, what, underneath a cabinet?
Yeah, or was it under the couch?
I think it might have been under the couch.
Yeah. Like, after he killed all those guys and, like, he's about to set the house on fire, he's just like, yeah, he, like, finds out, like, he's like, son of a bitch.
He's just like, there's that little stinker. I'm like, are you shitting me?
This all could have been avoided if you would have looked under the couch.
Yeah, no joke. But I love that it wasn't. I love that. I love that he found it.
Yeah, you and me both.
Like, almost kind of like, oh, would you look at that? But yeah, I loved seeing that progression. Like, just him getting out of the rut, clearing things up with his wife, or like just trying to like rekindle things. And I love that it, like, at the end, it wasn't like a perfect, like, all, like, they weren't so lovey-dovey with each other. It felt almost like a new relationship, kind of.
Yeah, it honestly did. And I like that even more, actually.
Yeah, like, that felt, everything felt very organic with that.
Absolutely.
Like, it didn't feel like, oh, they're suddenly, like, head over heels in love with each other. Like, I think you could have easily thrown in, like, a crazy, passionate, like, love scene with them. But I'm so glad that they didn't. It's just like, okay, we're not there yet. Like, we're trying to get to know each other again. And, yeah, so I have appreciated the hell out of that. And I love, like, how self-aware he was. Like you said, when he's saying that, he's like, okay, I might have overcorrected.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I freaking appreciated the hell out of his arc. I do think that there were, like, as much as I appreciate it, I don't think it was like a crazy, amazing, inspirational arc. So that's kind of why I ended up giving it what I ended up giving it. I gave it an 87. You ended up giving it an 82, which, I mean, you can make the argument for that. So the character development is sitting at an 84.5, which I'm more than happy with.
I am as well.
Yeah. Next, one that we're going to have a freaking discussion on, effects. So I went super high with the effects. Like, I was mid 90s, and you were down at 80. So explain yourself.
What the hell? What? That's all I gave it?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, beats me.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I gotta change another one. I'm not even gonna try to explain myself with that. Yeah, that's jumping to a 90.
A 90? Noise. Yeah,
Dude,
okay, so
that
now
bus
it's up
scene
to
alone.
a 90. Yeah, 92.5.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that bus scene alone deserves a 90.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I was thinking. I'm just like, what movie did he watch?
Maybe it was. Maybe it was John Wick. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So there was a decent amount of effects with this one. A lot of just like bullet impacts, bullet shots. I think everything looked really, really good. I think they could have gone really excessive with the gore, and I'm really glad that they didn't.
I am too. I actually was impressed of how good they made the car chases look in this movie.
Yeah, those looked really good too.
Yeah, one at the end, wonderful job. Like, hope the frickin' when he pushes his seat all the way back and he's shooting the people that are in the other car. That shit was frickin' awesome.
Mm-hmm. That was so good.
Freaking breaks off the rear view mirror just to be able to see who's really behind him. Freaking loved that. Just
I loved how creative he was.
Yeah, I loved that.
Like when he was caught in the trunk with those people, and he finds the fire extinguisher. He finds the emergency latch. He's like, okay, that works. Finds the extinguisher and then kicks the dude so he's stuck. And then he just sprays the freaking that's genius.
It is, because I love the joke that they kind of go with that when he first when he first goes to open the trunk and see, and he's just like, yeah, we're moving pretty damn fast. I ain't gonna go that route. Let's go the fire extinguisher way and get this car to actually slow down.
Yeah. Everything looked so good. The only reason that I feel like I docked was because of the blowback from the weapons.
Okay, that's fair.
And I will say that I would have docked it a bit more had it been with the handguns or whatever, but all of the blowback was done with high power shotguns.
Yes, yeah.
So I think had the blowback be with any other weapon, I would have docked it more than I did. But because it was only the shotguns that happened to do this, very happy with what they did. My favorite effect though was when he went to kill the bad guy with the claymore.
Yeah, that did look the prosthetics and the blood on whatever the hell the bad guy's name is looked super, super good.
Yeah. So I loved, so for those of you that have seen it or haven't seen it that still chose to listen to this, he takes some duct tape and tapes the freaking claymore to some bulletproof glass and then uses that bulletproof glass as a shield and then charges at the bad guy and pulls the charge with his teeth. And then you, like, it's so cool because it's like in slow-mo and you see the explosion pushing everything forward. So you see it blowing the bad guy back, but then you see the pressure also pushing backward. So it blows Hutch back as well. And I freaking loved that. And all of the other kills during that scene looked really solid. Another one of my favorites was the freaking shotgun shells on the door.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It really was.
Yeah, they just freaking improved the freaking saw trap.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so he has like the shotgun with a mouse trap, and the mouse trap gets set off and it blasts the shotgun shell. And so he does it on a door, and so the guy's like slowly opening up this door, and it's not going to shoot the guy like right in front of the door. It shoots the guy off to the side of the door. And so that guy's like, "Oh shit." And then he like looks at the guy that just got blown apart with the shotgun shell, and then he just pulls a pistol and shoots him in the head. I'm like, yes! Like, I loved the creativity of all of this. Like, all the different effects that they did, all the different kills. I loved every single second of it, and that's why I ended up giving it as high of a score as I did.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah. Any effects that stood out to you?
Not like huge. I feel the biggest one that still stands out to me is literally everything that happens on that bus. That scene alone is just amazing.
Yeah, the stunt work in that, man. Holy shit.
For real, though. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Thinking of another one. I forget what's happening, but it's when his brother was just like, he's doing the whole ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying such and such, and then like freaking like slams down on a stapler. Do you remember what happens to one of the guys when he does that?
Oh, so yeah, he runs in this room, gets caught in like a barbed wire trap, and is like trying to like force himself out or like muscle his way out, but can't because barbed wire. And so his brother comes, hits the stapler, and it flings him out the window by the feet, and it like turns him into like a human wrecking ball. And dude, that was insane.
That was.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Dude, good choice.
Thank you.
Oh, I freaking love that one. So yeah, now that we're done, like, just freaking coddling this one a little bit, or this category, so we gave effects in 92.5. Moving on over to music, we are sitting at a 9.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gave this one a perfect 10. But like we round down on this show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up giving this a perfect 10 because I just think the music that they chose was just so good. Like, it just, even the lyrics, they nailed the lyrics down too of what was going on in the story.
I mean,
everything.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, honestly, like, throughout the movie, I was at an 8 because music choices they made were super solid. But when they used Heartbreaker for that chase scene at the end, I'm like, yeah, this is getting boosted to a 9. I never thought that would be a perfect choice for a car chase, but it was.
Dude, so freaking good. And I love that was the song that played when his neighbor drove off.
Yes. I loved that. That was a very good nod back to the beginning of the film.
Dude, I freaking loved... Like, this was something that I feel like I docked for writing, but I didn't dock it as much as I probably would have in any other movie. anytime like when he got in the car and just repeated the exact same line that his neighbor said to him, that like I almost docked for that, but I'm just like, he did it in like such like almost a quiet tone.
Yeah,
That's what saved it. Yeah, I freaking like he talks about like he jumps in his neighbor's car, and he's like starts listing off all these things that his neighbor said. Like I don't even know. I don't speak car, but he's
either.
just like the talking about the engine specs and whatever, and then he's just like goes 0 to 60, and I'm about to find the F out.
I love that line so much.
It's such a good one. And then I started playing the freaking Heartbreaker. And you're right, that song worked so well for a freaking car chase.
Yeah, dude, when that song started playing, I'm like, no, they are not doing that. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, freaking A, man. Yeah, such a great soundtrack.
It really was. It was so good.
Like I want to go and download the soundtrack because of this movie now.
Dude, I downloaded Heartbreaker right after the credits started rolling.
So yeah, music sitting at a solid 9. And even though I did give this a perfect 10, still very happy with a 9. Like it was like I was on the fence with 9 and 10. So this is like
fair.
With me it was a soft 10. So yeah, I'm happy with a 9. Not gonna bitch about it too much.
Good. I love that too much.
All right, next up we got costumes, which we both agreed sitting at a 7.
Yeah, I mean it was nothing to write home about. I'll admit I did love the jacket that Odenkirk picks up from his dad's closet at his place. So it was a pretty bitchin' brown jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, not too much to say about that. Just very basic clothes, but it fit with the theme of the movie.
Yeah. Best way to describe it.
Yeah. So costumes sitting at a 7. Getting into our last category, our final grade. Rose, you want to take this one?
I would love to. So overall, I did not know what to expect from this movie, but I had a hell of a good time with it. Bob Odenkirk is amazing in this movie. He carries this movie, honestly. It's nothing against the supporting cast, but this truly is his movie, and he makes it his own. He's incredible action star in this movie. Story is it's simple, but it's good. The way they tell it, it works. But overall, I had a really good time with it. So I am going to go a solid. No, I'm going to go a solid 84.
Nice. I'm going a bit higher, just a little bit. I'm going to sit at an 89.
Okay.
I had an absolute blast with this movie. So much more fun than I thought it was going to be. Like such a treat. Like I did not have super high hopes for this movie. Like I honestly thought the best scene was from the trailer, and it was the where the hell give me back the goddamn kitty cat bracelet. I'm probably gonna quote that forever now, but
please do.
Yeah, I forget how to a blast with it.
You know what you should do? Sorry, really quickly. You know, with our sign-offs, you usually say deuces. You should just say that now. That's your sign-off.
Just say, give me back the... I'm down. Yeah, so I'm sitting at a very solid 89. So adding or doing all that magic math, that brings our personal grade for Nobody to an 86.5. And that concludes this week's headliner. And the final All Bros letter grade for Nobody is a B+.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. It's actually damn near it's on the lower end, just out of our movies, or out of our B+ movies. So it is sitting at an 87%. And out of 33 B+ movies, it is... Oh, shit, one sec. It's 26 out of 33.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is sitting
Not bad.
above In the Heights, which is 86.8.
Does that break my soul a little bit? Yes. Just kidding.
It's 0.2%. It's not even, 0.2%.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's above Frozen 2, which is sitting at an 86.59.
Okay.
It's also above The Lovebirds, which is at an 86.54. The Lego Movie 2, which is sitting at an 86.5.
Not bad.
And then it's also above Captain Marvel, which is at an 86.25.
All right.
Yeah. And then it is below Halloween which is at an 87.06. So it's like barely below Halloween.
Damn.
And this is the 1978 version.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot we haven't broken down 2018's.
No, we haven't. Can definitely do that this Halloween.
I feel we should definitely break that down the week before Halloween Kills comes out.
Hell yeah. Let's see. It is below Psycho, which is sitting at an 87.1. Detective Pikachu, which is sitting at an 87.3. Freaky, which is sitting at an 87.37. And then it is below How to Train Your Dragon, which is sitting at an 87.5.
Okay. That's not bad.
So, the margins are so close. Like,
yeah, no kidding.
No
Damn.
joke. How to Train Your Dragon and the Lego movie. It's between How to Train Your Dragon and the Lego Movie 2. It is like perfectly in the center of those. Because those are both like a half point away from this movie.
Shit.
Yeah, but the lowest movie on our B+ rating is Nightmare on Elm, and the highest is Rocket Man, which is 89.9. So, I think it has a pretty decent home. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues, Rose and I got cut off, and so I'll have to do the outro myself. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked this and want to listen to more of our stuff, we are damn near everywhere podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, RadioPublic, Radio.com, Spotify, and a freaking hell of a lot more. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/theallbros. We are on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is @theallbros. You can DM us if you have an episode idea, want to answer a question of the week, or if you want to join us for an episode. We would love to have anyone on. Be sure to follow or check out our website as well, tinyurl.com/theallbros, where you can find links to everything that we do. And go check out our merch store. There's a link to it on our website, but its link will be in the description, tpublic.com. But yeah, so next week, what are we doing next week? Next week we will be breaking down Black Widow. We are super excited for that episode, and excited for you guys to finally watch this movie. It's been forever, and yeah, it's gonna be a freaking blast. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that next week. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast, and for myself and Johnny Rose, we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.